a clash between taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. Going for the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field,
they're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for a man. It's Caldwell. Fires left. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That is not how you drew it up offensively. You want to come out, get some things established, get your quarterback in a rhythm, get the positive mojo going. The opposite just happened. Just made a big mistake. Now you just created so much momentum for the other team. Defense, please come and bail me out.
On the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer.
Maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Caldwell. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game,
looking for a deep man. Fires into traffic, picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his...
They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down...
He'll take the deep shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Missouri wants to go fast. Handoff from the gun. Across the 25, he's got room. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Third and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the foot.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. Third and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Falcons line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well.
Running toward the tape. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Auburn. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Falcons moving quickly to the line. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Tiger! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play? No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special teams touchdown isn't answered with another one. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now they'll run the draw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The offense set for a 1st down play. Back to throw, it's Caldwell. He'll try to do it himself. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
It's 1st down from the 11. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football and stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy is dangerous with his legs.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Faurot Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will start this game off. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Open space at the 25. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Mountaineers want to move quickly.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Mountaineers are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to scramble. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On second down, he'll let it fly. Caught behind the line. It's Murphy. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He's going to run it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Missouri Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go... If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Thomas. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's going for the big play. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just zings it in there. A little Baryshnikov for the toe tap. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. He's got an open man. That is
guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And the returner will be brought down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Slips through the line. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He wants to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. He fires one deep over the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Missouri! He's guys are really hitting their stride in Week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Utah State pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Aggies were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Finds his tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Then the short completion brings up second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Floating away. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to get to it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Zings it complete to the right. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver...
That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. He tries to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Hunt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw for it. Forced out of the pocket. At midfield, he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Mountaineers are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stint in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead. Getting some heat.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Hand off from the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll run it again. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option. Got enough space. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. I guess you could say they keep shooting themselves in the foot. This kicker just hopes it's not his kicking foot that's taking the damage. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.